Welcome to the ultimate showdown. It's Kettlebell Sport versus Hardstyle. With me here is Mike Salemin, and we got KB Fit Britt, because I don't want to battle axe your last name, Brittany. I apologize.
No problem. It's a tough one.
Just breeze right through that. So what we're going to do right here is we're actually going to show kind of like in real time the difference between these two very effective for very specific reasons swings. And so we're going to go ahead and start with Mike here, and he's going to kind of show us the hardstyle version. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so we just had him kind of go right into it and perform it. Now go ahead and talk me into the specifics with that and why that's called hardstyle.
So hardstyle is more, from my understanding, more of a philosophy of training. But if we take it back to the actual mechanics of the movement, this would just be considered more of a hinge-based movement. And what we're really trying to express here is power. So it's a hinge-based movement that really emphasizes the posterior chain, especially the glutes and the hamstrings. And the butt just moves back and then comes forward. There's a nice squeeze at the top. The breathing pattern on this involves the most tension of all kettlebell movements because we're trying to create spinal stability as we express that quick power.
So in a sense, you're actually going to get fatigued probably a little quicker with that type of breathing pattern and swing.
You surely will. Typically, I like keeping the reps lower, roughly around anywhere from like 5 to 15, because we're really working that energy system that's really responsible for power, which is going to be a lot shorter than something like endurance or strength endurance.
Great, okay, that makes a lot of sense. So now if we want to go ahead and flip that on its head and go into the endurance side of it, now I got introduced to Kettlebell Sport just recently with you guys and just watching your guys' sport and how awesome it is, but there's a total difference in the approach to this swing and overhead snatch and everything else. You want to go ahead and walk me through that, Brittany?
Yeah, sure. So the idea behind a sport swing or more of a pendulum-based swing is that you're trying to let the kettlebell follow this natural arc as it swings between the legs, essentially the pendulum. So you want to kind of use gravity to your advantage for the swing to be most efficient. So you're kind of spreading the load throughout the body, taking a little bit of the work off of the grip so that we're not so hyper-focused on only really hamstrings, glutes, and abs being the main contractors. We're kind of spreading that out, using a little bit more of the quads on the swing as well. So I can go ahead and demonstrate a few reps here.
Yeah, let's see what that looks like. And this looks like a lot more fluid, and obviously the breathing pattern with this is a little bit different.
So essentially we're really just trying to let the kettlebell come to the end of that pendulum, so gravity pulls it back up, and also just so that the bell is already directed upwards, because later on we're going to bring it either into the rack position or overhead, so it just makes it more efficient. You can lift heavier weight for longer.
Okay, so now that all said, I think a cool visual would be to have you guys both doing it at the same time. Doug can kind of come from the side and show the differences of what's going on with your mechanics and everything.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Get on it!
Yeah. We're not competitive at all.
The showdown!
So. Who can do more reps?
2, go. One more.
Yeah. Excellent, excellent. So I guess the ultimate question is, which one's better?
Always it depends. That's always the answer.
Depends
I'm sure
on the goal,
internet
the objective.
will have an opinion about that, so go ahead and write your opinion in the comment section.
Yeah, I'd love to hear it.
We would all love to hear it. So anyway, I thank you guys for coming and doing this series and explaining a little bit more about kettlebell swings and just introducing more people to your guys' sport. We do have the Kettlebell for Aesthetic program available here at the end of the video, so make sure you click on that link. And until next time, just keep on practicing and you'll get awesome at this.